We are live here at Texas A&M Kingsville for today's Class 2A slash 4A regional finals. And we're going to play the national anthem right quick, so we're going to pause for that.
God bless America.
And we have invited my good friend Amador Ramirez back with us today. And we thank you for being here, Amador.
Thank you, Ryan. And like I was talking earlier with the pole vault champ heading to state, Dean Carragher, you're going from the best and then the best to the best to the best. And every day, even this weekend, Ryan, you advance. And that's what makes it so exciting. And your bottleneck example was perfect from last week. It gets a little bit tougher. But if yesterday was a blast, imagine what today has in store for us.
Right, the top two in each final here will head to state. And then there's always that third wild card spot. But we have to wait till all the regions are done before we can figure that one out. And lane assignments.
Yes, sir. Well, we've got Flatonia in lane one. In lane two will be Mason. In lane three, Weimer. In lane four, Refurio. In lane five, Rosebud Lot. In lane six, Holland. In lane seven, Snook. And in lane eight, Skidmore Tynan. And if I have a moment here, Ryan, yesterday with the scripted heat sheet, I did not call out the correct Skidmore Tynan girls. So it is Kagan Mormon, Megan Stillman, Alyssa Recio, Solana Quintero, and we also have alternates in Samantha Shoegarrick and Daisy Farron. So a well represented team. And I say that not because Skidmore Tynan is my alma mater, but I misrepresented yesterday.
Well, we're glad you cleared that up.
Yes, sir. I'll take the fall for it, although the script had the wrong names. So those young ladies, I think from junior varsity, got a little recognition yesterday.
And everybody's due recognition.
Absolutely. So this, ladies and gentlemen, to launch it off is the 2A girls 4x100 meter relay. And of course, you always want to keep an eye on the times, and the team to look at is Refurio with the 47.47. I think they're the only team, Ryan, that's in the 40-second mark.
Well, they said they want to break the record from yesterday. They set a regional record yesterday.
That was the 47.47, right?
Right. And a school record. They want to beat that again today.
Absolutely. And beyond that, you might keep an eye on Rosebud Lot, Holland, and Weimer in there as well. And of course, on my personal note, go get more time. Lady Cats. And we await.
We think they're going to wait till 3 o'clock when it officially is supposed to begin.
What time we have?
It's 2:58, according to the clock on the scoreboard
Hey,
out there.
got to keep everything by the books, right?
You got to.
Well, once we get started, and we were talking about it earlier, Ryan, some of these.
Oh.
Well, here we go. It's the
Oh,
dashes. It's the dashes that go so quickly, and then we have the 800, the 1600 meter later, which give us a chance to take a deep breath. The 4x100 for Class 2A girls. And they're off. As the first handoff. And Refugio. That's Caitlin Brown.
that is
Unless
Caitlin
it's
Brown.
uh, unless it's not in the correct order. Refugio to Zaylin Lewis. And we'll find out who's going to be second, third. And here's the final handoff. It's Cisneros. And let's see who's going to come in here for a second and third.
46.84.
46.
46.88 officially.
Fantastic. So Refugio comes in first, followed by Holland. In third is Rosebud Lot, Weimer, Snook, Mason, Skidmore Tynan, and Flatonia. So congratulations, a record there,
Another regional record and another school record.
46.88. Fantastic Refugio Lady Cats.
Yeah, that clipboard might get in your way now.
That's no problem. You make it look awesome. And we are handed. We're going to the girls 4x100 meter 4A. So some schools that we're not as familiar with, Ryan.
Yes, 4A.
And looking at the girls 4x100 meter relay class 4A in lane 1 will be Maynard New Tech. In lane 2, Sweeney. In lane 3, Wimberley High School. In lane 4, Rockport Fulton. In lane 5, Kamal Canyon Lake. In lane 6, El Campo. In lane 7, Lago Vista. And in lane 8, West Columbia.
All right.
Well, on a personal note, congratulations, my friend, from that record for your school, the Refugio Lady Cats.
Thank you. They said they were going to break it. They're
And
true
they
to their
did it.
word. State record is 47.3, so that could be a new state record right there, Amador.
Congratulations.
Set by Panhandle in 2025.
Bringing it down to the coastal bend, huh? Amen, brother. So here we go. We're going to get to see some 4A. And on this one, Mr. Lenny, let's take a look at Rockport Fulton in lane 4. And the first handoff. And for Rockport Fulton, locally here in South Texas, you got Callie Bergen. And on to the third. Let's find out who's. It does look like Rockport Fulton is taking that bend beautifully. Find out as we have the final exchange in the leg. Here comes the fourth. Rockport Fulton. The Lady Pirates of Rockport Fulton, number one, 47.67. Rockport Fulton, followed by Comal Canyon Lake. And we have in third El Campo. In fourth, Maynard Newtek. Lago Vista, 5. Wimberley, 6. In 7 is Sweeney. And in 8, West Columbia. And that is the girls 4x100 meter 4A. Two exciting races to get everything going. And locally here,
And guys,
Brian, you
if
got
we can have an announcement made by the PA guy, everybody just keep your seats so the
absolutely,
camera can catch the action. We
especially
apologize.
toward the end, right?
Yeah, we apologize for everybody standing in the way, but we're at the highest point of the stadium.
So we've got the boys 4x100 meter relay 2A, and we have Sabinal in lane 1. In lane 2 is Ganado. In lane 3, Shiner. In lane 4, Burton. In lane 5, Three Rivers. In lane 6, Hearn. In lane 7, Kennedy. And in lane 8, Harper. So, my friend, we've had two area teams, if you will, the Refugio Lady Cats and the Rockport Fulton Lady Pirates
Heading
in
to
Class
state.
4A. Heading to state.
Becky, the girls ran a 46.88.
So
Believe
there
the
is then
official time.
possibility there could have been
State
a state record
state record.
for the Refugio Lady Cats.
All right, gun is up.
We're ready here, and we've got, of course, within our district here inside this particular 4x100 meter relay. Of course, Three Rivers, Kennedy, and the rest we would consider, of course, in our region, Region 4. Kennedy's got Carson Reyes, Maldonado, and the team to look at right now is Burton. And they're coming around the first handoff. Making a move there. Kennedy making a move there on the outside. And if in fact Kennedy keeps it, Dylan Russell has a chance to extend it here a little. And here they come along the stretch. It looks like Shiner and Burton. And you're right, my friend. Everybody stands up toward the end. And I don't know if we can control their excitement. But here it is, Shiner and Burton.
And my camera went out on me. Isn't that crazy? Well,
Well,
guys,
so did their board.
everything just went out. But
So
we're still on.
we're still on.
I'm trying to get the picture back.
Shiner, Burton, Three Rivers, Kennedy, Hearn, Ganado, Harper, and Sabinal. So within our
Got it
area,
back.
Kennedy and Three Rivers in 3 and 4. But congratulations to the Shiner Comanches and Burton coming in second in the boys 4x100 meter relay 2A.
Guys, we apologize for that. It's just technology, guys. We sometimes can't help it.
That's okay. We make up for it with our awesomeness.
Well,
Got to come up with something.
that's a
All
good one,
right.
Amador.
All right, they're going to be lining up now for the boys 4x100 meter relay. Of course, class 4A. In lane 1 will be Divine. In lane 2, Geronimo Navarro. Lane 3 is Lago Vista. Lane 4 is Austin LBJ. Lane 5 is Gonzales. Lane 6 is Bay City. Lane 7 is Davenport. And Lane 8 is Lamarck. The boys 4x100 meter relay, Class 4A. I guess we're all back and good, my friend?
Well, it does look like we're back, but we do have a yellow light, so we're going to keep recording. Hopefully that yellow light will go away.
I don't like yellow,
I don't either.
especially on the street because it makes you want to step on it a little bit more. Here we go. There it is.
And a false start.
Oh,
Cannon's going off over there.
it reminds me of that NFL films where the uh, tight end is going into the end zone, spikes the ball, and a cannon goes off. Every time I hear that, got some applause. So we've had referral Lady Cats, we had the Rockport Fulton Lady Pirates, and then lastly Shiner, the Comanches. There it is, the Comanches. They just announced that, and we can see them up on the stand.
Well, we're still on YouTube, so maybe a little laggy, but it's still there.
Just hang in there with us, everyone. I tell you what, I I really appreciate this man to my left, Ryan Linney. All I had to do was go find a parking spot and walk up here. I didn't have to worry about anything. He has the beautiful setup. Now, you guys appreciate him. I know you do. He's amazing. Here we go again. Boys 4x100 meter relay, Class 4A. See if everyone stays put.
Did they remove somebody?
No, no, sir. They're all there. I think they just said they were sorry and they let them back in.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Let them run.
We keep an eye on lane 4. I'm gonna always say lane 4, and that's Austin LBJ. And until we get to about the third exchange, or about between the second and the third, you can't really tell.
Went out again.
Uh-oh.
Keep going, Amador.
We'll keep it going. Hopefully you guys can still see it. Here we go. It looks like LBJ, Austin LBJ, followed by Lago Vista. 41.80 here in Class 4A. The boys 4x100. It's LBJ, Lago Vista, Bay City, followed by Gonzales, Lamarck, Geronimo Navarro, Divine, and then lastly, well, I missed one. CODA. I have no idea which one is the CODA. I'm trying to look here. But
CODA. I don't get that one.
congratulations to Austin LBJ on that one.
Well, guys, if that does it again, we're going to just go right to the iPad. We're not going to fool with this camera no more. Right there on that second exchange out there, third exchange,
Kind of
no, second
disappeared on us.
exchange, it goes away. Camera goes away. I don't know what's going on with it. It got wet yesterday,
Maybe that was it.
and it just went out again.
It's got the hydrophobia.
There it goes. Now it's back.
Looks like we're good, right? All right. So let me see. See how good your memory is. We had the referral lady cats in the first race, and then we had the Rockport Fulton take first, and then Shiner, and then Austin LBJ. So 4 down and a lot to go. We're just getting started, folks.
Can't do this the whole time. It's like the electricity's going out because now I got another yellow light.
Think we're still good online. You guys out there
Now
okay?
we're good.
All right.
We're we're good. So everything's plugged in. We're waiting for the 800-meter run.
So you were introduced by Mr. Lenny here as your whose dad? Carly McLean. Oh man, it's a pleasure watching her. Nice to meet you, Amador Ramirez. Nice to meet you. Awesome. Well, my friend, we took care of the 4x100 meter relays,
We're on the 800-meter run. We're just waiting for the girls to come down the track here.
and the
I
800
think so.
meter run. It's not a dash anymore, it's a run. Takes a little bit more pace. Start slow, pace yourself, finish strong. And that is going to be the girls' 800 meter, which is 2 times around the track, and 16 run as opposed to 8. But just looking ahead, it is going to be in lane one will be Riley Hillis from Goldthwaite. When we're all good and ready, we won't forget in lane two Leah DePiper. She has just dominated from Port Aransas. She's a sophomore. In lane three, Sarah Pena from Skidmore Tynan, the sophomore. And if I'm correct, Ryan, they came in 1 and 2 several times, not only in the 800, but in the 1600. In lane four will be Anna Machuga from Johnson City, LBJ. Lane five from Live Oak County, Morgan Niembro from Three Rivers. In lane six, Raven Sandoval, Thorndale. In lane seven will be Riley Peel from Mason. In lane eight, Eva Ramirez from Granger. In lane nine, well, number nine, let's just put it, is Alize Moreno from Weimar. Then there's Skyly Bear from Thorndale. Anna Meza from Bracketville, Brackett. Jackie Jacobo from Agua Dulce. Seen her on the softball field several times. Madeline Dowling Burton. Peyton Wendell from Danbury. Valeria Estupinan from Sabine Pass. And Dahlia Robbins from Bremont.
Hold that like that, Amador.
Yes, sir.
Don't touch any buttons now.
I'll try not to touch anything. You know how many times I have to tell people not to touch buttons? But I know what you mean. That's another thing I like about you. You're very particular, like me.
If it don't work, I got to get rid of it. So just
We'll
bear
find
with
out.
me.
So it could have been your little Sony cam.
It could be the wires because they got all wet yesterday. But we're going to make this where
Yeah.
it's not going to go out again.
There you go, sir.
Thank you. Switch to the iPad when all else fails.
I love iPads. But you know what? I love all technology. I'm not one of these that argues over Android or Mac. I love them all.
They all work,
They all work.
just work differently.
I don't knock any vehicles either. My old '07 Grand Marquis can get me where I need to get, just like my little brand new Toyota. Well, like we're waiting, and I think over to our left side we do see our runners, the 800-meter run, 2A, and it'll be the girls first. And within the district, and I'm not trying to leave out any of the other schools in the region or throughout, but of course we've had the opportunity to watch Leah DePiper from Port Aransas, Sarah Pena from Skidmore Tynan, and Morgan Niembro from Three Rivers, not only in track and field but in other sports, as well as Jackie Jacobo from Agua Dulce. And we certainly wish everyone on this list here to run the finals girls 800-meter run the best of luck.
And here they come.
Sir,
Here they come down the
there they come.
walkway here.
Hey guys, I got a feeling, and I'm the weaker of the link, but Ryan Linney and myself are making a pretty good team. He made everything keep flowing like nothing was happening, and I just kept talking. And hopefully, you guys are still enjoying this beautiful track meet here at Texas A&M Kingsville at Javelina Stadium.
We got 240 folks watching. Guys, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, certainly if you're outside the district or the area, let us know. You're within the region for. Give us a shout out, and who are you maybe particularly rooting for? Kind of hard to read our screen because
Yes.
it's so bright, but there it is. I can see it. I'm here. I'm seeing the last line there from Ponce. Go Sarah Pena. Sarah Pena took as a freshman in state 31st out of 151 runners. So she certainly can pace herself to go distances on the 800 and then later this afternoon on the 1600. And as they get themselves lined up, see how many we have out there. Well, we got to have 16 out there, right?
There should be 16 kids out there.
But they got them staggered a little bit. But yeah, absolutely. With Sarah Pena, good shout out there for her, and we'll go back and look at some of the others.
And folks watching from Agua Dulce, thank you guys for watching.
Longhorns and the Lady Longhorns. Well, I don't know. We talked about, do we like it cool and wet or do we like it hot? Uh, both are good.
Well, you know what I wish? I wish a cold front would come in right about now.
A little cool front.
It was
It,
cold and wet yesterday.
it's like the Three Bears and Goldilocks. Yesterday was a little cool and then today might be a little hot. If we could just mix it together.
Keep the wind and rain away would be great.
Yeah, that's one thing I found out real quick when I extended from football and we were in the gymnasiums that like the elements were like we have to deal with them. It was just perfect temperature. And then I did softball, and then you get the wind. Then you do, of course, football. You hope for cold weather.
And it's usually December when it shows up.
Now let's see if I remember. On the 4x100, we had four races. Started off with the Refugio Lady Cats taking the girls 4x100 2A, and then we went to the we went to the
4A girls.
4A girls, and it was Rockport Fulton. Congratulations to them. And then we went to the 2A boys, and that was taken by Shiner.
Yes.
And then we went to the 4A, 4x100, and that was Austin LBJ. So 4 races have been run. Congratulations to everyone here in the 2A and 4A. Gun is up. So, folks, the girls' 800-meter run, Class 2A, 2 times around. And of course, we're keeping an eye on DePiper, but also from Goldthwait, Riley Hillis, and from Skidmore Tynan, Sarah Pena. If you want to top off the top 4 times, number 4, Anna Machuga from Johnson City, LBJ. Again, 2 times around. And please forgive me, Ryan's a lot better, but I don't always get all of the logos and all of the uh, uniforms, jerseys and shorts and all that. But the Piper is second right now. Pena is fourth. And who's in first? Is that Hillis from Goldthwait?
That looks like Goldthwait in front.
Yes, sir.
Last lap.
One more time. Right now, the Piper in second, Pena's in fourth, and it does look like it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 battle here. And about 70% of the way. And Goldthwait, Riley Hillis. Now we're going to keep an eye on the time too.
And watch the Piper. She'll make a move there at the end.
And right now, the Piper's in second. Kind of got familiar with her stride there, Ryan. So it is Riley Hillis from Goldthwait, the Piper from Port Aransas. Right now, Sarah Pena in fourth. And I want to try to catch third right now. If I can find out who that is.
I can't tell.
I can't either. We're going to have to let the board help us. You're going to have to a battle between 4 and 5. And can Pena keep it? She'll keep 4. It's Skidmore Tynan. Here we go. It is Riley Hillis in first. Leah DePiper, Anna Machuga, Sarah Pena, Riley Peel coming in fifth. Morgan Yembro. They're getting everybody in there, but we'll backtrack on the board. After Yembro was Sandoval. So that was the girls' 800-meter run, Class 2A, and that does go to one more time on the board. Riley Hillis from Goldthwait, Leah DePiper of Port Aransas. You have Anna Machuga of Johnson City, LBJ, and then Sarah Pena from Skidmore Tynan in fourth. And there are 16, so we will have those listed for you when the results come back officially. And now the girls' 800-meter 4A. And you're hearing it from the PA announcer, but we don't always assume that you can hear him. So looking at the girls' 800-meter 4A in lane 1 from Bandera is Melissa Casas. In lane 2 from Cuero, Elena Gomez. In lane 3 from Davenport, Kendall Johnson. In lane 4 from El Campo, Ava Semper. In lane 5 from Fredericksburg, Abby Brown. In lane 6 from Lago Vista, Jolie Mosser. In lane 7 from Beeville Jones, Munoz. And that's 7. We'll go ahead and get the rest covered here in lane 8 from Gonzalez is Jordan Gonzalez. In lane 9 from Zapata, Angela Martinez. In lane 10 from Lavernia, Isabella Burkhalter. In lane 11, La Feria, Hannah Miranda. In lane 12 from Sinton, Addison Luis. In lane 13, Port Lavaca Calhoun, Riley Pagel. In lane 14 from Floresville, Alexis Doogie. And in lane 15, Robstown, Bianca Vasquez. In lane 15, Hidalgo Early College, Joyce Ochoa. And they've got to go around 2 times, and here comes round 1 of 2. And your Region 4 2A champion in 800 meters, breaking her own regional record from Beltway, time of 2:19.77. It does. Elena Gomez in Cuero with a slight lead. She's in green. Cuero Lady Gobblers. On the inside lane in about the 7th place is Eckley Munoz from AC Jones. So we've got about 6 of them in the front pack, Ryan. And we got a little bit scattered over, much like the last one in the 800 meters for Class 2A. This time, instead of 4, we've got 5 in the front of the pack.
It's going to be a race here at the end.
It will be, yes, sir. I was looking at Green and Cuero. We got Bandera with Casas. And here they come. That does look like Bandera and Casas will take first. Cuero will be in third. Let's look at the rest. Casas in first. Semper in second. Gomez from Cuero in third. We have Brown, Moser, Doogie, Munoz, Miranda, and those are the top 8 right there. And that is the girls' 800-meter run, Class 4A. I'm going to try to stay a little ahead this time. The PA announcer got me the last time, Ryan. So here is the boys' 800-meter 2A. Backtrack a little bit. We're mixing the 2A with the 4A, trying to cover both for you guys. In lane 1 is Bracketville Brackett Matthew Schwander. In lane 2, Caden Clinton. Let me get it right. Klingelheffer from Mason. In lane 3, Haven Farias from Fremont. In lane 4, Ethan Cadena from Agua Dulce. In lane 5, Jamie Lanas from Thorndale. In lane 6, Caleb Tucker from Granger. In lane 7, Barrett Dudensing from Snook. In lane 8, Sutton Green from Johnson City LBJ. In lane 9, Jordan Balderas from Bracketville Brackett. Got me again. In lane 10 is Case McDaniel Thorndale. And we've got Gabriel Picasso. We've got from Santa Maria, Alessandro Quinones from Ganedo. Braulio Aguina from Hearn. Elan Lafuente from Fremont, Zachary Purvis from Burton, Xavier Vela from Somerville. I want to make sure that everybody at least gets their name one time, Mr. Lenny.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Getting 16 names out is a little tougher, and there's not 16 lanes, but I think everybody understood the stagger, right?
It's a pretty wide track.
You know, the stagger. I meant to say lane 8, and then they stagger back the other 8. Here's the first lap. I just like Fremont there in Haven Farias from the area. And again, as we've been given, especially in the 4A and especially in the region, we don't know all of these athletes out there. And I certainly apologize if I'm not pronouncing their names exactly correct. I usually like to do my homework, but we do the best we can. And it does look like, Ryan, this technology is looking pretty awesome right here.
Well, once you have it working, it
Yes,
works. You know.
sir. Here we go. And they're yelling for Haven Farias from Fremont. And can he hold on? I believe Haven Farias from Fremont will hold on, and he'll be heading to state. Haven Farias. Caden. We'll get all their names in just a second. Klingenhofer. And then Yanas. Cadena. Schwanner. Tucker. Picasso. Dudensing. The top 8. So congratulations, Fremont High School and Haven Farias. We've heard that name a few times, Mr. Lenny.
Yes, sir. He is a heck of a runner. That brings us to the 4A. Go ahead,
Yes,
Amador.
sir.
Get started.
The boys 800 meter 4A. In lane 1, Zapata, Alberto Canales. In lane 2, Legend Williams, the Maynard, New Tech. In lane 3, Joey Poblano from Toloso Midway, Corpus Christi. In lane 4, Miguel Rocha, Lago Vista. In lane 5, Cody Holmeta, Hom- Helmers. Let me get it right. Putting a little Latin to it. Fredericksburg. In lane 6, Saul Rubio, Long Creek High School. In lane 7, Colton Evans from Port Lavaca, Calhoun. In lane 8, Brody Brindell, Lavernia. In lane 9 from Sinton, Jaden Garcia. In lane 10, Chester Darby, Rockport Fulton. In lane 11, Kevin Veta, Bay City. You know what I mean. There is no lane 11. Ricardo Barajas from Floresville. Joshua Simmons, Floresville. Diego Leon Gonzalez. Gabriel Quintero from CC Cal Allen. And Adrian Curry from Zapata. They put the 8, they stagger the other 8, and that's where we get our field of 16. This is the boys' 800-meter run, Class 4A. And the time to beat from under 2 minutes, Ryan. You got Zapata with Canales and Maynard Newtek Williams. And the rest are 2 minutes and beyond.
And they're all right there together in one shot.
Wow. They're kind of having a party before they decide this. I don't know why the Chariots of Fire theme popped into my head right now. Yeah, they're all together. It'd be silly for me to go like, but there'll be a little bit of separation. Or do you think it's going to come down to this at the very end?
No, there'll be a little separation,
There's
but
got to be a little bit.
it looks like they're all kind of still together, though.
Again, this is the Class 4A boys 800-meter run, and this is where the crowd gets a little louder. They start getting on their feet a little bit, and they
There's
start
everybody
obstructing
running.
us just a little bit. Is that well? Let's let the board sort it out for us. 1, 2, and 3 coming in together here. Let's see what they said. 159.58. Joey Poblano in second. Cody Herners, Joshua Simmons third. We'll let it sort out here. But Poblano from Corpus Christi, Toloso Midway. Nicely done. And from Fredericksburg, Cody Helmers. Well, they flip flopped it.
Yeah, Helmer's won.
Helmers comes in at the 2 minute mark. And in second is Simmons. And then Poblano. And then Canales, and I apologize, but those are the results. There was something that I guess I saw a little differently coming in, but the official scores are on the board.
They just didn't render when you were reading them.
They didn't render, but I actually thought I saw that particular runner going first. But my mistake. Hopefully, I didn't get anybody too excited at. Well, I don't remember which one I called first. Oh, that was Joey Poblano.
Well, Amador, we got folks watching from Tioga, North Dakota. Let's go Beeville, Skidmore, and Refugio. From
Fan-
Beeville, but watching from Tioga, North Dakota.
What's the temperature there? I'm gonna go with 52. I'm well. It's probably lower than that.
We also got folks watching from Buda, Texas, cheering on Sarah Pena.
That's in South Austin. My son is up in Pflugerville. So the boys 800. Well, I take it back. What do we
Should be
have
on the
next?
girls 100 meter
We
hurdles.
It's going to be the girls 100, but they got to set up a little bit. Yeah, my apologies on the last one. The rendering on the board didn't happen, and I am not as familiar with anyone in the 4A. I am familiar with some. You know, I'm in the B County area, so I know good old Brian Rivas is going to be running here later on today. So the
We got
girls 100-meter hurdles 2A.
giving out awards in the middle of races here. And this is the 800 meter 4A winners on the podium out there.
Almost knocked him off the stand there.
Well, Legend Williams won the event, followed by Helmers and Simmons. I don't know what they were looking at.
So I wasn't far off, was I?
I don't think
They
so.
keep changing it.
Poblano came in fourth.
Wow, I'm way off. But I have no clue
That's all right. That'll be your
because
one.
at one point we thought it was Poblano, and then it was, and then who did they call it after that?
I thought you said Helmers were first. I don't know.
I'm confused on
I
that
don't
one.
know what I was
I'm
looking at
sorry,
up
y'all,
there.
but the boys' 800-meter run, 4A, has changed more than once or twice. So maybe it wasn't me because usually it's me. But
Well,
we
that'll
move
be your
on.
one for the day.
That'll be my one for the day. But I don't even know if it is because they keep switching it. I'll never know if I was wrong or right. Let's see. You got to get the hurdles going. And of course, 100-meter hurdles, 2A. You're going to be looking at a. Uh,
Hold on.
did I step on that?
No, I did.
Oh,
We have a
that's your one then.
Nissan Pathfinder.
I don't hear my voice.
And
There we
that's
go.
my
We're back.
one.
There we go.
Got wires everywhere over here.
All right. So the hurdles are set up for the girls 100-meter hurdles 2A, but we're going to be looking at Ava Faith from Schulenburg, uh, Amariah Jones from Hearn, Kaylin Kleinert, Johnson City LBJ, Haley Gordon from Fall City, from North Peak County, Haley Cruz Pettis, and from Yorktown, a familiar name from a wonderful young lady in various sports, Palin Copeman, Yorktown. Lane 7 is Lexi. Remember I said it was Brochet? And if y'all are listening, if I'm saying it, I just figured if I'm wrong with the name, it sounds pretty, Brochet. It could be Broche, it could be Brush, but I'm saying Brochet. So correct me if I'm wrong from Burton if you're watching from Burton. great athlete. And then in lane 8 will be Emma Kostler from Flatonia, the Lady Dogs, right? And that's who we will be watching next.
Now, they're
Get it?
still down at the other end of the track. Just got to walk all the way back down here.
You know what, Ryan? You may have gotten your wish. You got a little bit of a breeze going. It's not a cold front. Plus, it's coming from the other direction. But
We'll
it,
take it.
we'll take it. And then I'm not in the sun anymore. A little overcast. I can see the screen better. But with sunshine, I can see my paper better. So it's pros and cons. Yesterday was rainy. Today is sunny. There it comes. There comes the sun.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can see a few there. I can see some of the familiar Palin Copeman, the Yorktown Kitty Cat, Haley Cruz from Pettis. I'm not doing this to leap. I'm just doing my own little memory exercise. And some of the ones I certainly wish all of them the best. We're all representing the great state of Texas, the best state there is. So the PA announcer is doing what I already did for you guys, but if you're watching from within our district and working your way out, of course, you'll be familiar with Palin Copeman. You'll be familiar with Haley Cruz. But as we work our way out, we will have from LBJ, Kaylin Kleiner, from Fall City, who is not too far away from our area, and that is Haley Gordon, Flatonia with Kostler, and Burton Brochet, Jones at Hearn, Faith from Schulenburg in the Shorthorns. There's that optical thing that you talked about, though, Ryan.
Right. Watch them as they take off there. Looks like they run sideways.
You know, I think it was on Coral Avenue here in Kingsville. I thought about you. I was on a red light and I was trying to get here as quickly as I could. But it's the one where normally when you take a green light you go straight, but it's the one where when you take off you sort of you curve a little. I thought about this race. You curve a little bit on a green light when you take off. So, well, we've met these entries several times because we're just waiting. I do want a personal shout out to Dean Carriger, who I don't know if you were here watching it. Did you see him?
I was up here
Oh,
setting up actually.
fantastic. He came in number one here in the regional, and he'll be going to state. So I got to interview him a moment ago. So Dean Carriger will be heading to state, but he's also going to be in the 300-meter hurdles
That happens a little bit later.
a little bit later. And also someone and perhaps the only one I didn't really get to see. And congratulations on a great triple jump. He had a personal record and a school record. Just missed out, but congratulations, Mason Swinney. And I know your Lady Cats have gone into the record books a few times, right?
And again today.
And again today. So who are we looking at here? We're looking.
Watch lane 4 and lane 5. Of course, the lanes are backwards now.
They're backwards. And now, so one is on the far side, right?
The one's on the far
Yeah,
side,
there
on
you
the
go.
inside.
So one is Schulenburg, and they're in orange. You can see, and lane 2 is Hearn, kind of a maroonish. Looking over in lane 3, then is Johnson City. I'm familiar with Fall City somewhat in lane 4 from the color. and Haley Cruz with the maroon, and the Pettis Lady Eagles. And then you got Yorktown with Palin Copeman, who is in that gold and black. Burton, kind of learned a lot of Burton in red. I can see Fredericksburg in front of us in red. Of course, Refugio, like an orange.
Just a reminder to fans, we are on a time
And Flatonia
give these great athletes time
has
to recover.
the
We are on a time schedule.
also
Give
maroon.
these athletes a chance to recover if they are doing multiple events, multiple running.
This will be excited. There's no heats here, my friend. This is it.
This is the final, regional final. Top two head to Austin for state championship weekend in 2 weeks.
We certainly wish them the best. Region 4, represent. Well, it's taking them a little while. Don't they know our time is precious?
Well, they have recovery time built into the schedule.
I know. I just figured. I want to give them a hard time.
But yes, we have a double track meet going on right now, so
Yes, sir. Which I would assume in this pattern we're going to be doing the girls 100-meter hurdles 4A.
right.
2A, 4A, 2A, 4A. I think they should have given them all to us. Where's 3A at right now? Where's 5A?
I believe 3A is in Seguin.
In Seguin?
But we'll take the two for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
We want to thank the UIL for giving us the opportunity to broadcast this to the world, basically, on Referral ISD Sports, Referral Sports Network YouTube page.
And our page, ST Bobcat Nation, on Facebook, certainly thanks you, so we can kind of tag along with you because you invited me. Only because I'm your friend, not because I'm any good, but thank you anyway. It's who you know, right?
That's correct.
Ryan Linney's always a lot of fun, and from the moment I met him,
All right.
think they're about ready.
Well, they went out there and talked to him now. They're stalling too.
He's telling them, run as fast as you can and don't trip over the hurdles.
And jump over those things in your way.
Yeah.
Well,
Gun is up.
starters on the stand.
And I guess 4A in baseball or softball terms are on deck. On your mark. Let's keep an eye on lane 4 from Fall City, Haley Gordon. And I am keeping an eye on Haley Gordon, and right next to her is Kleinert from LBJ. But here comes Gordon and Kleinert from LBJ, Fall City, and LBJ. 15 seconds, 33. There's Haley Gordon. Kaylin Kleinert, Lexi Brochet,
Next we'll have
Amaria Jones.
last 4A, lane 1.
And those are the top four.
Lane 2, Tristan
So
Gardner.
congratulations, Fall City, Haley Gordon in the girls 100-meter hurdles,
Come on,
class
lane 4,
2A.
Kingsville. Lane 5, Sophie Wood, Rockport. Lane 6, Bradley Wells, Divine.
And now on, my friend, to the girls 100 meters
And in lane 8,
hurdles, class 4A.
North.
In lane 1,
100-meter hurdles.
Kinsey Shot from Divine. In lane 2, Tristan Gardner from Sweeney. In lane 3, Shanna Cutler from Kamal Canyon Lake. In lane 4, Eleanor Kazanian from Kingsville King. In lane 5, Logan Wood from Rockport Fulton. In lane 5, Riley Wells Divine. In lane 7, Sydney Moore from Bandera. And in lane 8, Alexa Booker from Austin Northeast. And always look to 4 on the low time. And that, my friend, is from Kingsville King. And I hope I'm saying Kazanyan right. Eleanor Kazanyan from King.
She goes by Jelly Bean.
Say it one more time.
Her nickname is Jelly Bean.
Jelly bean?
Jelly Bean.
It's easier to say than Kazanyan.
Here the results, the girls 100
And
meters.
she is the lane to watch.
Sixth
She's in the
place,
lane to
We'll,
watch.
we'll just go jelly bean then.
fifth place, Hayden.
So I'm going to say jelly bean Kazanyan.
And on the middle stand, from Burton, in third place, Lexi Croce.
Broshi. See, there you go.
So no brochet.
In second place, Johnson.
Broshi. Thank you.
Callan Kleiner.
I apologize to the brochies. It's broshi. But if I was going to mess up, brochet sounded fair, like French. Broshi. So I guess we need Kazanyan to win, so I'll know if I'm saying that one right, unless they just call her Jelly Bean.
Well, I'm not biased, of course, but she's about to put on a show.
She's the one you were telling me about.
Yes. She's an awesome hurdler.
As lane 4, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to keep an eye on her. Lane 4 from the far left and work your way left to right. Jelly Bean. Oh,
Uh-oh, lane
three
number
took off a
3
little
jumped.
early. That was Kamal Canyon Lake.
And
Just a
she
little
is
soon.
done.
Oh, goodness. You hate that to happen. Yeah, you don't like that to happen. Mm. Makes that bottleneck even rougher to take because, ah,
That's a hard way to go out.
well, a great track season for that young lady. So lane 3 is open. Here we go. See if Jelly Bean Kazanyan. And she's going to take it easily. Kazanyan, Jelly Bean, Eleanor. There it is, number 1. Going to state. Jelly Bean, Eleanor Kazanyan. Followed by Logan Wood. Tristan Gardner. And in 4th place, Riley Wells leading the pack there. Well, you were right, my friend. She kind of left a little dust.
She's a good one.
Kingsville King. Am I right?
Junior.
Oh, then you must have been talking about a different great hurdler yesterday. I don't know.
No,
Unless
that's the one I was talking
she
about.
you're not committed yet to any. Not yet. Okay.
Now we have the boys 150.
You know what I got mixed up. You said Kingsville King, and I interpreted like University or the
Oh,
Texas A&M Kingsville. It was that was me.
I was
Here we go.
lane 4 on the main. Burton,
We're going back to 2A and back to 2A and the boys 100-meter hurdles in lane 1 will be as they set the hurdles spacing. Tyler Pavelic from Fall City. In lane 2 will be Brody Meddy from Yorktown. In lane 3, Caleb Castillo from Agua Dulce. In lane 4, Austin Zamanik from Burton. In lane 5, Jaden Beam from Mason. In lane 6, Landon Christensen from Shiner. In lane 7, Trey Castillo Granger. And in lane 8, Hunter Lang, Agua Dulce.
insulted the girl. 100-meter hurdle.
They set this up pretty quick, my friend.
Sixth place, Sydney Moore, Bandera. Fifth place, Kinsey Shot, Divine. Fourth place, Riley Wells, Divine. And in third place, and on the podium, from Sweeney, Tristan Gardner.
This is where I get to hear the pronunciation.
In second place, from Rockport Fulton, Logan Wood.
A Lady Pirate.
And making her way to the award stand with a new regional record.
Woo!
From Kingsville, Miss Eleanor Kazajan with a time of 13.58.
I like my
Kazajan.
pronunciation better. No, I'm kidding. Let me go back to her because I think she deserves. That is awesome. Kazajan, which is exactly how it's spelled.
Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations from Kingsville King. It was my mistake. I thought I'd heard Ryan say that she was committed to Texas A&M Kingsville to run, and in reality, she's from Kingsville King
High school.
High School, and not Corpus Christi King. Two different ones, right?
Right.
All right. So it seems to have been a while, but some of the familiar names within our district. Brody Medding in lane two. Agua Dulce has a couple in Lang and Castillo. And we want to look at lane four, and that's Austin Semanik from Burton. And he does appear. Oh, and down goes Castillo. And Burton, I take it back. From Burton, Austin Semanik. And that is correct. Austin Zemanek from Burton, followed by Hunter Lang. And we'll do the rendering, reshuffle it. I don't want to make a early jump. That was taking a little while, my friend. But it is Semanek from Burton.
Got an air bubble in the line.
Yeah.
Four lane assignments for the boys, 110-meter hurdle.
And then Lang from Agua Dulce. Congratulations. Hunter Lang from Agua Dulce.
Lane two,
As assuming everything stays put.
Lane three, Dylan Carr, Wimberley.
It hasn't always been the case.
Luke Bush, Fredericksburg.
Well, we're gonna leave it like that because I got to get to the next. I got to get to the next race.
Lane six,
But Semanek wins that one. And now on to the boys.
and lane eight,
110-meter hurdles, Class 4A. Lane 1 will be Stephen Hoskins, Ingleside. In Lane 2, Jaden Allen from El Campo. And Lane 3, Dylan Carr from Wimberley High School. In Lane 4, Luke Fuchs from Fredericksburg. In Lane 5, Braden Martirell from Beeville. AC Jones in Lane 6, Braddock Galini from Geronimo Novato. And Lane 7, John Moore, Fredericksburg. In Lane 8, Jackson Marie from Cuero.
Yeah,
And
they
the
finally got
time,
those times up there.
there we go. So it was Semanek, Lang, Medding from Yorktown, Pavelik, Castillo, Christensen, Beam, and of course, unfortunately, in lane 3, Caleb Castillo took that spill. He was right there next to the winner, Semanek, but of course, anything can happen. But I hated that that happened for the Longhorns. Great season. And the 15-second low time right here is Luke Fuchs from Fredericksburg. And of course, locally in Class 4A, you have Braden Martirell from AC Jones. Of course, we're always familiar with our friends from Cuero, Jackson Marie. Here we go. It does look like Fredericksburg and Fuchs. And Also, Fredericksburg. Let's see what happens here at the end. It looks like Fredericksburg and Fuchs. That is Luke Fuchs. Find out 14.94. That score has been trimmed down by .06 from yesterday. Those numbers are taking a little longer to come
Yeah,
up
I
on the
know it.
screen. We'll get them, and you're looking at them anyway, and that way I don't mess them up. We are
Still
going
waiting for it to show up there.
to go. Hey, maybe everything that was glitched up here on your side wasn't you. It was maybe something in the system.
Well, there was
There's Luke Fuchs, 14.97. Hoskins, I'm sorry, let me back up. It is Moore second. Everybody yelling there.
14.97, 14.97. They got to go to thousandths of a point.
Expand on that a little bit. Say it one more time.
So number one and two each had a 14.97. So then they go to the thousandth point, the thousandth on the
They got to go another
stopwatch.
decimal. That's like in my score cam. If somebody scores more than 99, I don't have another digit. It goes back to zero. And there you have it for the boys 100-meter hurdles. As Ryan mentioned, there was a couple of 14.97s. Got to go to the 1,000. So they're going to remove the hurdles, and we'll go to the back to Class 2A and the girls 100-meter dash. And while they're doing that, we can kind of look at some of the those that are vying to go to state.
And we could have the 4A boys herders report to the medal.
As Ryan mentioned, the top two. That's what you're trying to do here. This is the finals. There's no more heat one of two, heat two of two. But we'll be looking at Karis Ellis from Somerville, Julie Whitworth from Centerpoint, Briley Tyler from Holland,
Here's the results of the 4A
and
boys.
Carly McLean from Refugio. Also, Jasmine Howard and Refugio, Allison Reyna, Fremont,
Stephen Hoskins.
Kennedy.
In fourth place from Beeville Jones, Braden Mortarell.
Kennedy with them from Snook, and then Alekia Kamingas from
In third place from Wimberley,
Rosebud Lot. Well, my friend, you've got a couple of entries here in Carly McLean and her dad back here, or wherever he went.
In second place from Fredericksburg,
And
Moore.
also Jasmine Howard.
Jasmine Howard's won the triple jump today with a 36 3.5-inch jump.
Going to state.
Going to state.
Yeah, Carly McLean's dad, I was
And your Region 4 4A champion.
honored to meet him at
From Fredericksburg.
coming in with the 11.81. But right behind her is her teammate and her fellow lady cat, Jasmine Howard. And they have a little chance to process everything or get themselves mentally ready. Like you haven't already done that, right? You
Right.
probably stay up at night getting yourself mentally ready.
Now we're waiting for the young ladies to walk down the track here.
Yes, sir. Again, within the district area, we got a couple from Refugio. We have Fremont from the area. And then outside,
Now we have the results for the boys.
encompassing Region 4 in Somerville, Centerpoint, Holland, Snook, and Rosebud Lot.
Fifth place, Trey Castillo from Granger. In fourth place, Fall City, Tyler Sawalik.
You know, no better
And on the medal stand, in third
understanding
place,
of you got to run the race than what happens with incidences like we saw a false start, we saw a stumble over a hurdle, and you just never know, right, Ryan?
That's right. You gotta. On paper, it looks real good. You don't gotta get that lane and get the blocks.
Yes, sir.
Austin Cement.
But this is where it happens, right here, to get you to the next level, to the state championships, May the 15th for the 2A. Anyway,
May 15th. and unfortunately, it won't be you and me. It'll be through the NFHS network.
It'll be the NFHS network. Yes.
Well, you brought me in at district. We went to area and now regional. So I certainly thank you. You've given me a world outside of football and softball, baseball, basketball, and it's been fun.
Well, we're glad that you were available to come along the ride.
Once again, I'd like to give out a special shout out to Texas
The way
A&M
you put
University.
it, you said I had the
Coach Ryan
face of
Ball and his
somebody
staff
that
for the last
belonged behind the camera.
putting on this fantastic camp for these kids in
Well,
Class 2A and 4A Region 4.
I've been told I have a face for radio.
Face for radio.
Fantastic job.
Well, that's where it all started for me. You you have to share things in a way for people to envision what you're seeing. And radio is where it all started. And I know COVID was horrible and all, but in some ways it opened up a lot of avenues, especially
Absolutely.
football on Friday night, where people couldn't go out. And by no means am I uh, minimizing what COVID was, but in the technology world and in my teaching field, it opened up avenues in which we could teach. And
Sports timing.
I still prefer face to face, though.
As quickly as they do up here in the press
But if we
box.
can bring it to you, this is
Sports
fantastic.
timing. Fantastic job.
And honestly, Ryan, everybody online right now has the best seat in the house
Absolutely. Until the camera goes out.
until the camera goes out.
And then they're throwing things at their TV.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I can't hear you. I don't know. I was watching one. I was watching something earlier. I don't want to say what it was, but I heard every negative thing on there. Focus the camera. I wasn't the one bringing it, but focus the camera. What's the score? It was a lot of things, and I was sort of laughing off to the side.
Here are your lane assignments for the girls 100-meter dash, Class 2A.
Here we go.
In lane 1, Harris Ellis Somerville.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear the PA announcer,
Center point. Lane 3, Briley Tiger.
and you can kind of see my friend Ryan here, and you can see right there trailing. They won't be trailing later, and that is Refuria's
7, Kennedy.
Carly McLean and Jasmine Howard. You got Premont's Alice and Reyna to their right. And then to wrap it up, we'll repeat it one more time. Karis Ellis from Somerville, Julie Whitworth, center point, Briley Tyler Holland, and then in lane 7 and 8, Kennedy Withern in from Snook, and Lakia Kamingas from Rosebud Lot.
Just a reminder to
And
are on a time schedule.
take a look at lane 4 and 5 with the best times. And both of them hail from Refurio.
We are on a time schedule to keep these athletes as fresh as possible throughout the race. Thank you for your understanding.
I'm going to ask you a question while we're waiting, Ryan. Do you believe in jinxes? Like if you say something, people say you say it too much, you're gonna jinx me. Are you big on that?
No.
I am not either. I'll tell my wife sometimes in bad weather. Actually, yesterday I was walking outside and she said, "Watch out for the lightning," and I go, "What are the odds?"
Yeah,
I didn't get struck.
exactly.
The fact that I said it had no greater probability of me getting struck by lightning. So she knocked on wood, which was my head.
While we got a minute, Amador, I'd like to thank everybody for watching on YouTube today. Give us a shout out. Where are you guys watching from? Thank you, gentlemen. Y'all are doing great. We appreciate you. Well, thank you.
It'd be cool if YouTube, and I don't know if it has any of those algorithms, but to be able to tell us, but that's invasion of privacy, but immediately go like, 67% is from Texas, and then break that up into South Texas, and then yada yada yada, or from another country.
That's called analytics.
Yeah, but I don't think we. I don't know if it. We can do that right now.
Well, not during a live stream,
Not,
but
yeah.
it does show you that.
Then we can go back later and find out. Yeah. But the way technology has gotten, it's just crazy. You be thinking of something 1 minute, not thinking, but you click on something, and next thing they think that's what you want, man. I want a lawnmower. I'm going to show you a bunch of lawnmowers.
Or you say something and it pops up on your Facebook feed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's Big Brother watching.
Big brother. Crazy world we live in. But I love it. I mean, as much as people think, technology is taboo, but I love technology.
All
Well,
right. Girls are standing behind the blocks.
hope they don't get too cold here. Warm up here.
Or get tired of standing there.
Or like a live graphic like they do in the elections. You got your blue and your red, and they can show you at the moment that you're watching it all of United States, the world. You assume that we're getting a lot of coastal bend, and then South Texas, and then expanding out.
Got 456 folks watching at the moment
Hi everyone,
from Flatonia,
lady dogs,
watching from Ohio, Pettis, guys, and Shiner. Thank you guys for watching from
Comanches.
Comanche Country.
Yeah, there's a lot of coming from Skidmore, China, and I see purple, and then I look around and I go, Yorktown has slightly a different look, but Shiner comes along in purple, and you see Fredericksburg is red. I watch all these things. I look at the colors. The punchers are purple.
Well, they're white today.
Well, right, but the lettering on their shirts is
Oh,
purple.
yeah, I see it now. The girls wearing purple.
Yeah. See how Dulce with their maroon as his Pettis. Of course, Refurio is a. Of course, the more you're around the athletes, you get more familiar with their particular color code. All
All
right.
right, here we go.
I heard the on your marks. Keep an eye on lane 4 and 5. It's Refurio. And beyond that, let's see what Somerville, Center Point, Holland, Fremont, Snook, or Rosebud Lot. A .13 second separates the Refurio. Here we go. And how quickly is Charlie McLean? Jasmine Howard will come in 1 and 2 for the Refurio Lady Cats. Congratulations.
11.73 for McLean and 11.81 for Howard.
Followed by Tyler and Reyna and Withern, Whitworth. And congratulations to the Refurio Lady Cats. And they're heading to state. A 1-2 punch. The seniors heading to Austin. And we waited a little bit, and then they speed up on the others. Let's see how quick we get this. We're going to go over to 4A and over to Class 4A, girls 100-meter dash. We've got in lane 1 from Comal Canyon Lake, Savannah Oberholzer. In lane 2 from Geronimo Novato, Emerson Cochran. In lane 3 from El Campo, Madison Holmes. In lane 4 from Kingsville King, Jelly Bean Eleanor Cousin John. In lane 5 from Maynard Newtek, Malaya Curry. In lane 6, Legacy Ranch High School, Eileen McNabb. In lane 7 from Bandera, Mary Robinson. And in lane 8 from Sweeney, Giselle Thompson. Well, thoughts, my friend? You got a 1-2. Shout out for your girls there.
Lady Cats, congratulations. Heading to state once again. It's the biggest stage of them all.
That's right. In the biggest state of all. Well, I say we're the best and we're the greatest. Can I have a second?
Absolutely.
All right. If y'all are watching from outside of Texas, nothing personal. Here we go. We're going to look at, of course, Jelly Bean in lane 4. And lane 4, if I'm correct, that is Kingsfield King. We'll look back up here. And absolutely, that is Cousin John, followed by Holmes, followed by Curry and Cochran. So congratulations once again to Eleanor, Cousin John.
And on the medal stand,
Girls 100-meter dash, 4A from Kingsville
She's got
King.
a chance to go to state in 3 events now. She's already qualified for 2.
in second place.
That's right. Which one's coming up? What's the
The
third one?
300-meter hurdles.
300-meter hurdles.
And your Region 4 2A record breaker. She broke it yesterday. She broke it again today. Pamara with a time of 11.73. Miss Carly McLean.
And
Carly
another record by
McLean.
Carly McLean here at Texas A&M
Did
Kingsville, where she will continue her career here at Texas A&M Kingsville.
well, you break a record and then you break your own record. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Congratulations, Carly and Jasmine.
Absolutely, Jasmine Howard. The boys 100-meter dash. This is the 2A, and lane 1 will be Carson Reyes from Kennedy. In lane 2, Adrian Madison from La Pryor. In lane 3 will be Jackson Ramirez from Pettis. In lane 4, Braylon Johnson, Falls City. In lane 5, Nigel Swede from Hearn. In lane 6, Nicholas Blaine from Granger. In lane 7, Dylan Russell, Kennedy. And in lane 8, Slade Allen, Goldthwaite. This is the boys 100-meter dash, class 2A. You know, we really don't have time to congratulate or celebrate. This is going so boom, boom, boom quickly.
And they're already putting them on their blocks.
So right now, from within, you've got, again, some of the names that I've seen throughout football season, basketball season, baseball season. Carson Reyes from Kennedy, Jackson Ramirez Pettis. You've got Dylan Russell, who's shown some rockets on those feet there from Kennedy.
And only a freshman.
And only a freshman. Absolutely. The only freshman out there. A sophomore from Pettis, Jackson Ramirez. And Carson Reyes, he is in his senior year, so he brings experience to this one. Here we go. It does look like Braylon Johnson, Fall City, is going to take this one. Now it's a matter for second. Is it going to be Dylan Russell? We'll find out. He was on the inside lane. Let's find out. It is Braylon Johnson from Fall City. Dylan Russell. Kennedy. Nigel Swede. And in 4, Jackson Ramirez Pettis. Congratulations to Braylon Johnson from Fall City and the Beavers as he'll be heading to state. And Dylan Russell at the 10.95 from Kennedy. And that young man has a future, doesn't he?
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Congratulations. That was a quick one. Which puts us over at the 4A side. Class 4A, the boys 100-meter dash. In lane one will be from Legacy Ranch High School, Jake Bruner. And in lane two will be from Bandera, Braden German. In lane three, Port Lavaca Calhoun, Isaiah Cabreles. In lane four from Lamarck, Jaquan McAfee. In lane five from Austin LBJ, Lewis Hickman Jr. In lane six from Kingsville King, Christian Flowers. In lane seven from Bay City, Braden Jones. And in lane eight from Gonzales, Davion Pitts. That is the boys 100-meter dash, Class 4A. The time to look at is 10.55. The sophomore, Jaquan McAfee from Lamarck. Jaquan. There we go. It does look like lane four and lane five, Lamarck and Austin LBJ. Class 4A in this 10.46 boys 100-meter dash. McAfee takes it from Lamarck, and it's actually Lewis Hickman Jr. from LBJ, Christian Flowers, and Isaiah
And on the medal stand, in third place, Hearn.
Cabreles. So McAfee and Hickman, 1 and 2
Second place,
in the boys 100-meter dash,
Russell.
Class 4A.
And your Region 4 2A champion in the 100-meter dash from Fall City, Mr. Braylon Johnson, with a time of 10.63.
There's Johnson from Fall City.
Johnson signed up with the Air Force to further his career,
Good choice.
football career, I believe.
So that's the Air Force. What is there? What is there? Why isn't it coming to me?
Got me.
The Navy midshipman, if I'm correct. Then there's the Army. Oh my gosh, all of that slipping me. Why do I bring this up when I don't have an answer? Figure because you have all the answers.
Not today.
Not today. All right. Well, it's going to be now time for the. Is it going to be the girls 4x200 meter relay? That means, well, 4x200. That's always exciting.
Now we have the results of the boys.
And they're posting the results.
4A. Sixth place from Bay City, Braden Jones. Fifth place from Liberty Hill Legacy Ranch, Jake Bruner. Fourth place from Port Lavaca Calhoun, Isaiah Cabreles. And on the medal stand, in third place from Kingsville, Christian Flowers. In second place from Austin LBJ, Lewis Hickman Jr.
Well, some awards, medals
Region 4,
being given out.
100-meter dash champion from Lamarck with a time of 10.49, Jaquan McAfee.
McAfee.
Oh, that wind is blowing the camera around.
That's where you got those sandbags, huh?
No sandbags.
I've had things fly away a lot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on deck is the girls 4x200 meter relay,
I think we're in another holding pattern.
Class 2A. We can take a little breath, right?
Right. And congratulations to all those who have qualified for state.
Like I mentioned earlier, we are on a time schedule to keep these athletes as fresh as possible. Some do multiple events, especially relays. That's the next event, girls 4x200 meter relay.
PA read your mind.
adequate
He's
restroom
explaining to us why there's a delay.
we are on a time schedule.
Time schedule.
I guess it's time for me to go, like the young kids, kind of be swiping through my phone right now, right?
Well, that gives us a chance to look at this chat right quick.
Yes, sir.
Air Force Falcons. There you go.
The Falcons. Why didn't I figure that one? It's kind of like I knew it, but I forgot it. That would make sense.
Coach A watching from Three Rivers. Thank you for watching, Coach A.
Home of the Bulldogs and the Lady Bulldogs. Everybody in Three Rivers. Yeah, I want to shout out to Three Rivers. Well, yeah, during basketball season, and I cannot remember her name exactly, but there were several people that so hospitable. They set me up nicely the first time I went there to do a broadcast, and so thank you, Three Rivers. There's not anybody that I could really knock, but Three Rivers kind of went above and beyond, even at the football field.
Which is being redone in Three Rivers.
Yes, sir.
Give a shout out to Coach David Brock here at Texas A&M Kingsville. It's right here, him on the left for you on your screen. Usually tells me anything you need. Just let me know.
Don't you love that? And they mean it too.
Easy to work with.
Well, what I want to reemphasize, example Three Rivers, was it was a situation where we couldn't figure something out, and we said, don't worry about it. Thank you for your help. But when they come back after they have another solution, that's taking it to another level, and I really appreciate that. And that's what you're talking about. When people lay out the red carpet, it's amazing. It means a lot to us. I'll just look at your your nice bigger iPad here.
Well, I can't give you that information over the stream here. I have a hole in my shoe 6.
A what? Say it again.
That's the thing about YouTube. They don't use their real names. They use names like I have a hole in my shoe 6.
Yeah, I have a hole in my shoe 6.
Fall City. Go Fall City from Raleigh, North Carolina. Can you see it?
Donna Ermis, go. Yeah, I can see it. Go Fall City.
Coach Brock used to be a coach there in Fall City. He is, according to Donna Ermis, an Air Force veteran. So thank you, Mr. Brock, for your service.
Well, it's turned into a little breezy, and it feels amazing. You have it set up so nicely that we're intermixing 2A and 4A, but it feels the same. They're still runners, and we're going one right after the other. And I told my wife, and I repeated, I said, he's got it laid out so beautifully. I said, all I had to do is go park and head up here to join you. Makes this so easy.
Well, we're glad you're here. We make it easy for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Looks like we have the relay team starting to
On their way.
head out onto the. Nope, not yet.
We
They're
don't want
gathering down there.
we don't want to lose our audience. They'll be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because they're on schedule, and we gotta. I guess you hit Maybe there's a refresh. They're doing a refresh. Make sure they get on track with the times. But just so you know, up next are the girls 4x200 meter relay 2A, and then followed by the 4A. Looking ahead, might as well start looking at some of the relay participants in lane one will be Granger, Mason, Weimer, Falls City, Refugio, Rosebud Lot, Schulenburg, and Chinook.
And the first four names on that list, it's most likely the ones running
The first four names, yeah. I
today.
Yes, and I had to give a shout out earlier to Samantha Shugarick and also Daisy Farron because as alternates, they're here and to know that they're really part of the team just as much as the four runners. You're here and you're supporting your team. You don't want anything to happen to the runners because usually it's you don't want to be scratched or whatever, right? Or get injured.
And that's what the alternates are for, too. If something were to happen,
Yes, sir.
if somebody gets sick, anything can happen with the cold and the heat day after day.
Oh, you bet. Now, who's joining us for Fall City? You said it was Donna.
Donna Ermis,
Yeah, Donna. I want to make sure. Donna. Donna can give me a yes or a no here. Donna in Fall City for the 4x200 as we wait is going to be Claire Liskowski, Keandra Johnson, Libby Lee, Kinley Viatric, Audrey Pavelik, and Addie Knoll. How did I do, Donna? See what Donna says. If she gives me something bad, I'm going to have to go into a rendition of "Oh Donna," and you don't want to hear that. I can do La Bamba a lot better than "Oh Donna." Donna's hard. That song is hard, but La Bamba's got a little more like a little. It's got a beat to it that I could handle.
great Richie Valens.
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't really technically famous very long. It's about like an 8 month span where he was popular, and then life took him.
Well,
So Donna, did I do okay on that? I'm kind of familiar with Refugio. Jasmine Howard, Kaylee Collins, Giselle Lewis, because I hear my friends say him every time during his broadcast. Carly McLean. So you're telling me then that Aubrey Brown, Mia Mascoro, and Sadie Wills are alternates?
alternates. And Donna says, yes, good job. And Nancy Puckett, who's also from Fall City, says good.
Oh,
So,
thank you. I taught at Coastal Bend College, and for a while there, I had a lot of Falls City. Actually, even when I was a student, a long time ago, I had a lot of Falls City friends and Poth. And so I got to, and football season has helped me out a lot. We played Poth and Fall City and football. So if you've heard me in the public address, that's me trying to figure out the names. And the referral is due to Mr. Ryan Linney here because I hear him on his broadcast. Just say Lynn Lewis, or I'll hear Carly McLean. Where's Mr. McLean?
he is sitting
Oh,
right
he's
there.
right there. I wanted to congratulate him. She did the team set the record, or was it did she?
Both.
Both in both cases, right?
Both of them.
Okay, I want to
And
make
she's
sure.
about to be featured in this next race, this
Fantastic.
Anchor Leg.
You were tempted with my popcorn and Pepsi from yesterday, weren't you?
Oh, I was.
Oh, there they come. And again, we're about, nah, this might be a while, but at least they've entered the arena, the track. This is the final, the girls 4x200 meter relay. Two go,
And one holds their breath.
and one holds their breath.
200-meter relay class 2A.
I guess it's like it's wild card, kind of like football, because you have to almost hope
Lane 3,
something else happens
lane 4, Fall City.
that
Lane 5,
you can't control.
lane 6,
Right.
Rosebud
So
Lodge.
with four regions, that
Lane
third
7,
place finisher,
Schulenburg. And
whoever has the
lane
best time in all four regions goes.
Yes,
girls
sir.
4 by 200-meter relay class 2A.
There we go. See if we see. Well, they're all heading over, and of course in lane 4, you will see the Refugio Bobcats out in lane 1. Should be seeing Granger, Mason, Weimer, Fall City, Refugio, Rosebud Lot, Schulenburg, and Snook with the Superman logo. But so does Schulenburg, though.
Yes, Schulenburg is in lane number 7.
Hey, congratulations. Awesome. I'm just congratulating Mr. McLean, Carly's dad. And she's going to be featured in this one, as Ryan just mentioned.
It's going to be a good race between lane number 4 and lane number 5. Of course, two go on again.
Are you looking at Refugio and Fall City? And this is the 4x200. Each one runs 200 yards, meters.
Meters.
So if you, well, you all will figure it out. 200, handoff, 200, handoff, 200, and there's the winner. Take the top two, head to Austin. So as Ryan pointed out, we're going to keep an eye on Refugio. I'm going to keep an eye on Fall City. Fall City with Laskowski, Johnson, Lee, and Beatrick. And then, of course, there are alternates, but as he mentioned, they're already set. Howard for Refugio, along with Collins and Lewis and McLean. And normally they put them in the order of the leg, right? First, second, third,
Correct.
fourth. That hasn't always been the case. Well, they're getting set up, y'all. And you've heard my introductions too many times, so you can read any graphics that Ryan puts up. Since Donna gave me the approval for the pronunciations. I just learned, Donna, that sometimes the W's are V's. Am I right? Sometimes the W's are V's
You mean in their last names?
in their last names. Yeah, the last names. You can't get away from the last name, but you can get away from the first name, right?
Kind of like Bershwali.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. If y'all are
Riders
wondering,
ready at the exchange zone.
are we ready?
We are ready, Mr. Starter.
All right, here we
Well,
go.
well, it'll start off with Granger with Thorson, Mason with Lewis, Weimer with Noska, Fall City with Laskowski, Refugio with Howard, Rosebud Lodge with Scala, Schulenburg with Zapalik, and Snook with Jones.
Gun is up.
As Ryan Linney pointed out, and we're not being biased, it's just look at the numbers. Keep an eye on lane 4 and lane 5. From the preliminary times, the quiet before the storm, Ryan.
Right.
Sir.
Here we go. And they're off. 200 meters and the exchange of the baton. Of course, the stagger always lends itself to look like the far out lanes of 7 and 8. Here we go. The second leg. And I look right now on the outside lane, still ahead. Refugio in third. And we're going to get a better look after the halfway point. And as we see them turn that bend right now with Refugio, it's Zaylin Lewis. And making a move is Lewis for Refugio on the third leg. And in about 5 yards, we'll have the lead. And here comes the fourth leg. And Refugio with Charlie McLean. Charlie McLean. And in lane 3, make that lane 4, here's Fall City. So we're looking at Refugio. Fall City. It is Carly McLean will take it. And right next door to her is Beatric Fall City. 143.98 for the Refugio Lady Cats. Fall City 1 and 2. Rosebud Lott in third and Weimer in fourth. Schulenberg, Snook, Mason, and Granger. Congratulations, Lady Cats, and congratulations, Lady Beavers. Tell you what, they both. How many seconds apart is that, Ryan? About a .34.
About.
.34. So, Fall City, Refugio, good job.
It's a good race.
A very good race. They're both heading to state. Congrats, Donna. Donna, you can do the Parabalabamba. It sounds bad when I'm echoing in my head. All right, the girls 4x200 meter relay for 4A, and they're heading over to set themselves up. What do you think, my friend, on that last one? Refugio Fall City. Smoking there at the end, huh? Or throughout. Girls 4x200 meter relay 4A. We're going to see in lane 1 Maynard New Tech. Lane 2 will be El Campo. In lane 3, Port Lavaca Calhoun. In lane 4, Wimberley High School. Lane 5, Comal Canyon Lake. Lane 6 will be Sweeney. Lane 7, Needville. And lane 8, Somerville.
Here are the results of the girls 4x200 meter relay class 2A.
Well, they're
Looks like
announcing
they're,
some
yeah,
results.
looks like they're setting up already there, my friend.
Schulenberg,
Absolutely.
fourth place, Weimer.
And you're going to see Fall City. And those of you from Refugio and Fall City,
In
you
third
can
place,
look at
the team from Rosebud Lot.
the medals 1, 2, and 3. Of course, 3 being the wild card.
Rosebud Lot.
From Fall City.
What was that?
That's Rosebud Lot. Third
Rosebud
place.
Lot. Rosebud Lot.
And your Region 4 2A champion with a time of 142.98. The Lady Bobcats from Refugio.
Lady Cat from Refugio. You heard the announcer? Well
Coach
done.
Katie Green giving out the medals down there. Coach Jessica Stillwell as well. For the Lady Cats.
Well done. And that'll be a good representation in the girls 4x200 in Austin. I'll tell you what. It's worth a trip just to watch that race.
Well, I can tell you there's a group from Region 1 that's just as fast. That's Panhandle. They always give the Lady Cats fits at state.
But we wouldn't look like a great looking state if we took the Panhandle out, right?
Right.
We don't want to break it off. No, you're absolutely right. We certainly wish everyone inside this great state the best, but it is good to have these two teams heading to Austin. All right, I already gave you all the setup for the girls 4x200 meter relay, Class 4A. And it doesn't look like they're ready. Once again, it will be Maynard, New Tech, El Campo, Port Lavaca, Calhoun, Wimberley High School, Kamal Canyon Lake, Sweeney, Needville, and Somerset. 4x200. There will be the first handoff of the baton. Sometimes the first leg doesn't get all the recognition that the fourth does, especially in this event, because some of them are on the other side. Let's see who we got coming in here after the halfway mark. Looks like the very outside lane. That looks like Somerset, and Needville, but that's at 8 and 7. So we'll get a little better picture once we get them around the bend.
The fans have come alive up here on the door.
Yes, sir. Of course, everybody's saying, don't stop. You got to take those fast few meters. And here we go around the right, around the bend. Here in girls 4x200 meter relay, here in Class 4A. And it does look like lane 5 is Comal Canyon Lake. Comal Canyon Lake. Looks like lane 3. Does that look like, well, Port Lavaca in third, and I believe that is Wimberley. We'll find out in just a little bit. I'm not official. Girls by 400, 200. Wimberley is in second, yes. Comal Canyon Lake, Wimberley, and Port Lavaca Calhoun. 1, 2, 3, Needville in fourth. So congratulations to Comal Canyon Lake, Wimberley. And like I said, the wild card third would be Port Lavaca Calhoun. There you have it.
Lane 1, Junction. Lane 2, Burton. Lane 3, Fremont. Lane 4,
So now on to the boys 4x200 meter relay,
Lane 6, Goldway.
Class 2A.
Lane 7, Harper.
And there they come over on our left side.
Class 2A.
And looking at them right now as they go left to right. In lane 1 will be Junction. Lane 2, Burton. Lane 3, Fremont. Lane 4, Three Rivers. Lane 5, Shiner. Lane 6, Goldthwaite. Lane 7, Harper. And lane 8 is Mason. And looking at the 4 relay team,
Here are the results of the girls.
in 1 will be Junction,
Class 4A.
will be
In 6th place, Swing.
Coda.
In 5th place,
And
Maynard.
do you remember that name? Is it Bierschwal?
Bershwali.
4th place,
Bierschwale. Kobe McGee, Hunter Dale, and also Brock Bierschwale.
In 3rd place, the ladies from
For
Port
Burton in
Lavaca.
lane 2, it'll be Logan Costa, Austin Simonek, Blaine Bowl, and Caden Patterson. In lane 3 for Bremont
In 2nd
will
place,
be Jaden Scott,
Wimberley.
Jeremiah Scott, Xavier Clark, and Jeremiah Clark. Three Rivers from Live Oak County in lane 4,
4A.
Paxton Solis,
Time of 1,
Diego Arbizu,
0.46.
Ethan Kahn,
Comal Canyon
Tyler
Lake.
Lamprit. In lane 5 for Shiner, it will be Caleb Cowan, Reese Carson, Clayton Frick, Quincy Jones Jr. Lane 6 Goldthwaite will be Slade Allen, Lucas Patrick, Landry Sanderson, and Zachary Rodriguez. And lane 7 Harper, William Spate, Marcus Hernandez, Jalen Wilson, Chase Helfrich. And in lane 8, Mason, Colton Wenzel, Caleb Koenig, Kingston Garza, and Trevor Leffler. And this is the boys 4x200 meter relay, Class 2A. Top two go to Austin, the state, and the third maybe praised a little bit.
Nancy Puckett in Fall City says Fall City normally graduates on a Friday night, but this year graduation was moved to Saturday night because of the state track meet. And this was done a long time ago because they knew they'd be at state.
That's fair
They
enough.
could see the future there in Fall City.
We saw it today,
There you go.
and we saw it before they did by about, was it about 3/4 of a second?
About 0.34, was it not?
0.34. That's pretty close. You know that? That's one thing. I'm not in any way diminishing immobility, but I can still get around pretty good. For an old guy. So I take pride in being able to get from the table to the refrigerator and then back to the table in record time.
That's great.
Sometimes I'll even go to the oven, to the stove, microwave. Well, here we go. Once again on these relays, sometimes it's a little hard when we first hear the gun. And here's the first leg of four on the 4x200. I do like that you have to stay in your lanes. Stay in your lane. And I don't even like to call it at this particular point because lane 8 is going to always have a little bit of an edge. And maybe at this particular point we'll see a little bit.
If we could have a coach from
Starts to,
Shiner and from Austin OBJ report to the team, please.
and we're going to see if lane 1 Junction can make up some time here. But Three Rivers in lane 4 with Solis, Arvizu, Khan, and Lampret. We're going to see how they're doing. And the final handoff to Lampret. Here they come. The final leg of the 4x200. That does look like Shiner. And we're going to let this one, we're going to let the board get this one because there's too many people standing up right
Lane
now.
8.
129.82.
Lane 8 came in first, it looked like.
My goodness. Mason on the outside lane with a 129.85, followed by Shiner, the Three Rivers Bulldogs, Bremen, Harper, Burton, and wrap it up with Goldthwaite and Junction. So congratulations, Mason and Shiner and Three Rivers. Let's see what happens. He only came in .06, missing out on second, but we'll see how things shake out in the wild card. So you're not done yet. You're also going to get on that platform, Three Rivers.
4x200 relay, class 4A.
It's another nice race by the
Yeah, Mason on that 8th lane.
Mason Punchers.
They punched their way, they punched their ticket to Austin. The Mason Punchers.
Followed by the Comanches of Shiner.
And again, Three Rivers, I won't say hold your breath, just be patient. Not done yet, but they're going to get on that platform,
Oh, yeah.
Get a medal for regionals.
Congratulations to all
And
three of them.
congratulations, absolutely. And now the boys 4x200 meter relay, 4A, and it'll be Somerset. Let's go through the teams first. Somerset in lane 1 Bay City in lane 2, Gonzales in lane 3, Wimberley in lane 4, Austin LBJ in 5, Sinton in lane 6, Lago Vista in 7, and Divine in lane 8. Of course, Sinton just south of our B County, just about a half mile away from B County and where I live. They're going to have Bess, Chase, Swan, and Hughes. Somerset,
And the results of the boys.
Almanzan, Jimenez, Martinez, Iverson.
Sixth place,
Bay
Bergen
City will have Wiggins, Williams, Francis, and Jones.
Harper.
Gonzalez will have Pitts, Clack,
Fourth place, Fremont.
Malveaux, and Hunt. Wimberley will have Kyle,
And
Mignere,
in third
Witten, and
place,
William.
three
Milam, I'm sorry. Milam. And Austin LBJ will have Smith, South, Covington, Hickman Jr. Lago Vista with Rice, Parsons,
Shiner.
Griffin, and Brown. And Divine will have Cantu, Sanchez, Hudson, and
And your region
the
four,
Wankum.
4x200 meter champions, the team from Mason.
The Punchers, as you're watching right now. Mason actually had a fun time watching their basketball team get all the way to the finals. The Mason was the Cowgirls, if I'm correct, right, Ryan? Facebook friend of mine, Angie, who was following them. I followed her. Of course, we met them in the playoffs, and then you can't help but follow a team afterwards, and which our district still alive. Your Refugio Bobcats moving on, and then there they go, and the Woodsboro Lady Eagles in softball, and now both teams, well, Skidmore Tynan and Refugio, for your partners here, are going to be heading, or at least have an individual or two or three heading to state in Austin.
District's going to be well represented.
Amen. There we go. Let's see what we got after the first round of this 4x200 meter relay. And it's hard to, as everybody's standing up, and I know what you mean, it's hard to see. This is Class 4A. And those of you watching from 4A, again, we're not as familiar, but we hopefully gave you guys representation. And we know that we'd like to always recognize all of these athletes. And we're going to go to the fourth and final leg. Find out. And Wimberley was the team
Let's bring them home.
to look at.
Make some noise.
And it does look like Wimberley is going to push forward, but it's going to be, oh my goodness, Wimberley, and over to the right side. I think that's Sinton, maybe not. Let's get it right. I'm going to get it right. Am I seeing it wrong?
Austin LBJ.
That's
No.
LBJ.
Yeah, that's Austin LBJ.
Oh, yes. Austin LBJ, Lago Vista, Wimberley, Gonzales, Sinton. And then in sixth place, Bay City, and then Divine and Somerset. So congratulations to all of these different acronyms, but Austin LBJ followed by Lago Vista, and again Wimberley in third. So that is the boys 4x200 meter relay class 4A.
And I bet we have another holding pattern here.
A little holding pattern. This is where you're supposed to put like a blank sheet of paper in, Ryan, and like timeout.
Timeout.
No, no, absolutely. Well, if you were to compare yesterday's prelims to today's finals, weather-wise, which one do you prefer?
I provide a I like the finals better.
Oh, I don't mean just by the level of competition, but the weather wise.
Oh, the weather. Oh, I'll take the cool weather, but
Yeah.
just not the rain. And I
So,
got drenched twice yesterday, and I said, I'm done. I'm going to the house.
well, I did run to the parking lot to get cover, but it's interesting. It was the who was running the 3200? Was it the 3200 when we got to pause? So we really didn't film or broadcast uh, the shower run, and I don't know which one it was.
4A girls.
The 4A girls for the 3200 meter. Absolutely. So we've got a little time before the stretch run. I just love looking around. I see Cuero and Green. I see some of the different tents from 4A and 2A. Bay City. See that one that's red and blue, but I can't quite read it. Wimberley.
Wimberley.
Wimberley. Yeah, that's Wimberley. Sinton, straight ahead, and the Pirates and Lady Pirates. Of course, I'm gonna. If this were a test, I'm
So
gonna
we have the boys coach
jump ahead and
line,
cheat a little bit.
meet at the tent in the middle of the field. The
We
boys
do
coach
have
drops
Michael
the
Brown
line,
coming up.
meet at the tent
We have
in the middle of
Patrick
the field.
Salas, I should say. I think also from Beeville, Brian Rivas, and of course my Skidmore Town Lady Cats, the 4x100.
Today? Yes, today. They
Yeah,
ran in the first race.
right.
That seems like ages ago.
I know it doesn't seem like we haven't done the finals on that one, have we? I'm getting a little confused. What have we done? What have we not done? But what I know is I got to run into Dean Carragher, who took first place in the pole vault. So I got a little selfie with him, and I got a little interview with him. So Dean Carragher will be heading to state, coming in number one. Uh, got on the high platform today. I didn't get to see it. Mason Sweeney was our other male representative for Skidmore Tynan in regionals, and he took sixth place in the triple jump. So congratulations, Mason. Taking the time just to personal congratulations to some of my Bobcats, Skidmore Tynan Bobcats and Skidmore Tynan Lady Cats. Still have yet to see the 1600 meter and the 800 meter. And for Skidmore Tynan, Sarah Pena. Well, we saw one.
We saw the
We
800.
saw one. We saw the 800. We've not seen the 1600.
Right.
That one's still yet to come.
We want to say congratulations to all the athletes who punched their ticket to state.
Punched. I wonder how many times they use that joke. We punched our way. I came up with my little social media with Dean Carragher. He vaulted his way to state.
Perfect.
Like I made that up. I'm sure somebody else has used it.
I
We
believe the next race on the docket is the 400-meter run, and it is.
You mean the dash?
Or yes, the dash.
You're the one that corrected me on a run and a dash. Are we? Are they ready?
No,
We're still in. We're
we're
still
still
in.
holding.
We're still in limbo.
Very quiet on YouTube today.
I think it maybe it's Saturday and people just rest on Saturday. I don't know.
Okay, guys, let us know where you're watching from. If it looks good, sounds good, or give you a shout out. Except I have a hole in my shoes.
You have what? What was it again?
One of the guys watching on YouTube is I have a hole in my shoes.
Well, you won't be running then, right?
Not with a hole in my shoes, no.
Not with a hole in your shoe.
The great Ginger Dickerson, Lady Cat alumnus, on YouTube with us today. Glad you're with us, Ginger. Watching from San Marcos, Texas.
I love San Marcos.
Left as a Bobcat, is now a Bobcat.
You want to stay with the same mascot, right? Cool way to do it. I went from a Bobcat to a Cougar to an Islander.
To a Bobcat.
And always a Bobcat. ST Bobcat, ST Lady Cat.
And we'll give a shout out to the Texas A&M Kingsville staff here at the stadium. They're wonderful people. Matter of fact, I ran into Ray Hutchison, another great Bobcat who ran hurdles back in the day for Refugio. He was judging, or one of the judges for the long jump and triple jump out here today.
The top three teams was third place was Wimberley.
You look at all the events,
Lago Vista.
and you see triple jump
And the
and
first place
shot
team,
put,
time was
discus,
28.
pole vault.
Was Austin
Have you
Johnson.
ever thought of an event that was never invented that you think I'll put you on the spot? Like our friend with a hole in his shoe. What about racing with a pebble in your shoes? All right, the 100-yard dash with the pebble. Have you ever thought of an event that was never created that
I've,
would be kind of cool?
I've never thought of it.
What about the 100-yard dash backwards
Or crawling.
or the
Yeah,
crawl? Well, that's a bear. You do the bear crawl,
100-yard crawl.
the
No,
100-yard crawl.
I don't think that'd fly.
So let's tell our audience. You come up with an event that has never happened that you think would take hold, like running the 100-yard dash backwards, or like Ryan said, crawling the 100-yard dash. And I do realize that there's some events in other, um,
Scores in the girls 2A.
but something that's never ever come up.
And the boys 2A top 5.
Well, at track meets around before all of the district and area and all that
Yes, sir.
good stuff, they have the big man race,
Three Rivers with
which is
37.
your throwers and your
Hmm.
throwers, basically your big guy race.
42.
Yep.
In first place in the boys. Class
And
2A,
in Cuero, they
47.
run for a bucket of chicken, I believe.
And they gobble it up.
They gobble it up. Ba-doom-tsh.
But
Girls 4A.
what about
By 200
the
meters.
the what do you call them? The horsey ride, the piggyback.
Fulton with 34
You
points.
partner,
Third place,
and you have to
with 36
run
points.
100 yards
Second
with
place,
them on your back.
with 44 points. And in first
I'm
place,
sure
47
you've had
points.
something like that at barbecues and stuff like that. The potato sack race,
The three-legged race.
the three-legged race.
And your
Yeah.
top 5 in the boys 4A.
Let's see, Adley Scott
Fifth place,
watching
with 30. There's a tie for third.
from Texas City.
Fine with 32. Fredericksburg with 32.
And we have my mom watching from her recliner.
38.
Best
And in
place.
first place, with
That's right.
48 points,
Sure
Austin
beats
Johnson.
getting burnt up.
That's up.
Abilene, Texas, the hometown Mason boy. Thanks for watching. Rocky 6067. You got it. Thanks for watching. Mark, thank you so much. Amador makes it though.
Yeah.
And here comes the 400-meter competitors.
All right. So now back to the
Girl, the latest sign.
flat out
The girls
speed.
400 meter
Back to
dash,
work.
2A. Lane 1, Summer Sodek, Lithonia.
Well, they're already doing the public address on this. So as Ryan pans across in the
Lane 4,
girls 400-meter dash 2A in lane 1 will be Summer Sodek, Flatonia.
Lane 6, Riley Hill.
Lane 2, Chastity Gonzalez, San Saba.
Weimer.
In lane three,
Layla Johnson.
Caitlin Brown, Refugio. In lane four, Keandra Johnson, Fall City. In lane five, Clarissa Gonzalez, Ben Palito Blanco. In lane six, Riley Hillis, Healthweight. In lane seven, Addison Olive, Weimer. And in lane eight, Layla Johnson, Bracketville, Brackett. And the one to look at, under a minute, Keandra Johnson, Fall City.
Who is signed to run track here at Texas A&M Kingsville.
She's already home. Get used to the track. And pretty facilities. And nice scenery, too. Everything looks pretty.
Just
And they
come to a
don't sell.
football game here. Pretty wild.
I got to call one here. It was because this is also where which high school plays Santa Gertrudis.
Santa Gertrude. Yes.
Santa Gertrudis. So I got a little booth over on the far left press box, I should say. It was our season opener, and actually the night after, I think Daryl Green, who played here before he went to the Washington Redskins, Commanders, he played at Texas A&I, which was kind of cool. And John Randall, who was the right end on defense for the Minnesota Vikings, played for Texas A&I. And I don't know of any others, so you guys can drop it in.
Gene Upshaw.
Gene Upshaw, Oakland Raiders,
Johnny Bailey.
Johnny Bailey. Gene Upshaw, or the Oakland Raiders before they became the LA Raiders and the LA Las Vegas Raiders and back to Oakland, over to LA. Da da da. They travel too much.
That's what money does for you.
I know. Is it about the money? Well, let's see what we've got here. Again, we do have again a 59.11 time. Keandra Johnson. I'm looking at who else we want to keep an eye on here on the girls 400 meter dash 2A. I might say Clarissa Gonzalez from Benbow Palito Blanco, and we'll find out.
And she's in lane 5.
Yes, sir. And Refugio's got Caitlin Brown in lane 3. And they're getting ready here. And they're off. And this is the 400 meter. And this is one that may need to iron itself out. Kind of a good distance away.
Johnson's in the lead at the moment.
Around the bend. You're absolutely right. Keandra Johnson, Fall City, the senior. And they'll come around the bend. She's got a fairly good lead. Keep an eye on lane 6 with Gulfweight, Riley Hillis. But Johnson appears to take this one. It does look like Hillis. But right up next to her is Weimer, Olive.
And Olive
So
takes second.
Johnson with the 58.93. Olive second. Hillis is third. Johnson from Fall City. There you go, Donna. Olive at 59.81. And then Hillis. And well done by all of them. Congratulations. But a special one to Keandra Johnson from Fall City.
Next we have the ladies.
Hillis is Goldthwaite.
400 meter
And then
dash.
Olive is Weimer.
Madison Burton, Rockford. Lane 2, Sydney Moore, Bandera.
And we'll move to Class 4A
Medicea, Casa,
with the
Bandera,
girls 400-meter dash.
Lane 5, Emerson
And you
Park,
can see them right now as Mr. Lenny is
Lane 6,
showcasing them right now in the first lane. Will be Addison Burton from Rockport Fulton, Lady Pirates.
Adam, Frederick,
Lane 2, Sydney Moore from Bandera. Lane 3, Ava Semper, El Campo. Lane 4, Melissa Casas from Bandera. In lane 5, Emerson Cochran from Geronimo, Novato. In lane 6, Morgan Greenlee, Lago Vista. In lane 7, Elena Gomez, Cuero. And in lane 8, Abby Kate Adams from Fredericksburg. The Billies, am I right? Fredericksburg. I got to watch them. I don't know if it was last season. It was basketball, and they were playing AC Jones Beville, and the Billies with some good basketball athletes. That's the girls 400-meter dash 4A. Who do we look at there, Ryan? We gotta look at Melissa Casas from Bandera, the junior. Got a couple of freshmen in there. Morgan Greenlee from Lago Vista, and Elena Gomez from Cuero. One senior, Addison Burton in lane 1 from Rockport.
For the results of the girls 400-meter dash, Class 2A. Sixth place, Caitlin Brown, Refugio. Fifth place, Clarissa Gonzalez, Bembo. Fourth place, Chastity Gonzalez, San Saba. And on the medal stand, in third place, floatweight, Riley Hillis.
Hillis.
In second place, from Weimar, Madison Olive.
And Donna, here
Your
comes
Region 4 2A champion with
the winner.
58.93. From Fall City, Keandra Johnson. Congratulations, ladies.
Keandra Johnson from Fall City taking one. Meanwhile, back at the girls 400-meter dash 4A.
A lot of people got their phones up.
Yes, sir. Who they looking at? Who do you think?
Can't tell.
And they're off. 400 meters. One time around. In my day, we called it the 440.
Yards.
Going about halfway there. Keep an eye on Bandera in lane 4. It does look like Bandera and El Campo. Does look like Bandera and El Campo shoulder to shoulder. And that is Bandera, Casas, Cochran from Geronimo, Nevada. And then Burton in third from Rockport, Fulton. That's a tight one there. And then more Gomez, Semper, Greenlee, and Adams. Congratulations to Casas, Melissa Casas from Bandera.
To the lane assignments for the boys 400-meter dash, Class 2A. Lane 1, Sutton Green, Johnson City. Lane 2, Caleb Tucker, Granger.
And the PA announcer is calling out the boys 400-meter dash back to 2A. In lane 1 is Sutton Green from Johnson City, LBJ. In lane 2, Caleb Tucker, Granger. In lane 3, Michael Brown, Refugio. Lane 4, Kingston Garza Mason. In lane 5, Austin Pena Ganado. In lane 6, Tyler Harvey Shiner. In lane 7, Patrick Salas Kennedy. And in lane 8, Braulio Aguina Hearn. I'm going to keep close watch on lane 4 is Kingston Garza from Mason. Within our district and area, we've got, of course, Michael Brown from Refugio in lane 3. And then we have Patrick Salas from Kennedy. In Karnes County, this is the boys 400-meter dash 2A. We're seeing regular clouds. I don't know what the non-regular clouds are, Brian, but yesterday was different. This gives us the impression that we're going to be able to finish this without any rain.
Well, we need to have one of those regular clouds cover that sun.
Regular clouds don't do that. See, regular clouds have gaps. See? So overcast is just one big cloud.
We have the results of the girls 400-meter dash.
And I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sixth place, Ava Simper of Campo.
I just play a weatherman on TV.
Fourth place, Sydney Moore.
Nobody at the podium stand over there.
I guess they don't want their medals.
And on their way to the medal.
I was going to take a selfie with Dean Carter. Dean Carter is coach in Woodsboro. Dean Carragher, uh, and he remembered to put his medal on. I'm like, oh, good.
In second place, from Toronto, Eduardo, Emerson Cochran.
I hope my video uploaded okay with Dean Carragher because it was still lingering there, and then I came to you.
And the Region 4 4A champion with a time of 56.15 from Bandera, Melisea Casa.
That is your state qualifiers.
Oh, having a little cramping up.
Great job, ladies. Good luck.
Bandera represented. Well done. And back at the boys 400-meter dash, 2A. See what Mason does in lane 4. Kingston Garza. Again, Michael Brown, Refugio in lane 3. Patrick Salas from Kennedy in lane 7. One time around, 400 meters. And the time, 49.29 from yesterday in the prelims. And that was Kingston Garza. And around the corner they go. Lane 4, Kingston Garza. And right next to him looks like Ganado. Michael Brown from Refugio. It will be Kingston Garza from Mason taking it. Kingston Garza 48.47. Actually, they're going to go Austin Pena, then Michael Brown, Tyler Harvey, Patrick Salas from Kennedy, Caleb Tucker, Sutton Green, and then Aguina. So Kingston Garza from Mason, Austin Pena, Michael Brown, fraction of a second, fraction of a hundredth of a second. And that is the boys' 400-meter dash in 2A.
Lane 4, Brian Rivas, Vivo Jones. Lane 5, Rowdy Esparza, Devine.
All right, let's see what we've got coming up.
West Columbia.
This is the boys' 400-meter dash.
And in lane 8, Isaiah Rojas, Kingsville. Boys 400
Class 4A in lane 1, Juan Lopez from Laredo Harmony School of Excel. Lane 2, Quinn Robertson, Mater New Tech. Lane 3 is Essen Fonseca, Hidalgo Early College. In lane 4, Brian Rivas Jr. from Beeville A.C. Jones. In lane 5, Rowdy Esparza from Divine. In lane 6, DeAndre Hart from West Columbia. In lane 7, Legend Williams from Maynard New Tech. In lane 8, Isaiah Rojas from Kingsville King. The one to look at, my friend,
Beeville
from
Jones.
north, rather central, the heart of B County, Brian Rivas from AC Jones, 50.01 in the prelims. And I've heard so much greatness all over the place, and I know his family, good people, and they've been waiting for this moment.
Well, the moment is here.
The moment is here. Brian Rivas Jr. from AC Jones in the heart of B County in Beeville. There were some schools here that I
Here are the results for the boys.
hadn't even heard of
On
before,
here
like
at
Hidalgo Early College,
sixth place, Caleb Tucker, Granger. Fifth
Laredo
place, Patrick Salas,
Harmony School of Excel.
fourth place, Tyler
But the
Hart,
best to
Ryan.
all the runners here,
And
and
arriving at the
I
medal table,
apologize, my friend,
Oh, you're
we're
good.
third
recognizing
place, Michael
the
Brown.
winners. It's Michael Brown, right?
In second place,
Michael
winning
Jamari Brown.
Virginia.
Third place finish.
And your Region 4 2A champion with a new regional record of a time of 48.47. Mason
Mason.
Kingston Garza.
And there's some punchers to the right of us. And we'll reuse the same joke. He punches his way into state. And if I were to say that to a Mason resident, they'd probably just laugh at me. Like like that joke has never been used before. Back at the boys 400-meter dash, class 4A, once again in lane 4, Brian Rivas Jr. from Beeville, AC Jones, in the heart of B County, waiting for this moment. And he's going to go against Juan Lopez of Laredo Harmony School of Excel, Quinn Robertson from Maynard New Tech, Hidalgo Early College with Itzan Fonseca, Rowdy Esparza of Divine, DeAndre Hart of West Columbia, Legend Williams of Maynard New Tech, and Isaiah Rojas of Kingsville King. Here we go. And they're off. One time around. Here in the boys 400-meter dash in class 4A, Brian Rivas Jr. gaining, taking the lead. He is in lane 4, representing B County. And he rounds the last bend. He's got himself a good 7-yard lead. Here comes Brian Rivas from Beeville. AC Jones will take first and head to state. Brian Rivas Jr. with a 48.51. In second, Rowdy Esparza, followed by Itzan Fonseca, Lopez, and wrap it up with refresh time. Hart, Robertson, make that Williams, Rojas, and Robertson. So congratulations to B County and Brian Rivas Jr. Moment he's been waiting for. Congratulations to all his family and friends.
And
Heading to
now
Austin.
up for hurdle time again.
Got to set up the hurdles. And that would be the girls' 300-meter hurdles. And back to Class 2A. And again, this is finals today. Ryan Linney puts all this fancy graphics up, and he puts finals up for a reason. There's
They're
no
not that
prelims
final.
today.
They're not that pretty.
They're beautiful. The only thing more beautiful would be if you added me to it. Actually,
You're
no,
not great.
that
I
would
need a
actually make it ugly.
Girls 300-meter hurdles.
need a headshot.
2A.
Hey, I prefer me as a
Lane 1,
caricature than in real
Kelly
life.
Kuiper from Shiner. Lane 2, Palin Koopman from Yorktown. Lane 3, Lexi Broshi from Burton. Lane 4,
I don't know which is better.
Inu Moro.
With technology and everything and all the
Lane
photos out there,
5,
is it
Berlin
better to
Cat Wynn
look good in
from Granger.
photos or in real
Lane
life?
6, Callan Kleiner from Johnson City. Lane 7,
Well, my friend, I'll
Bailey
tell you
Foster
something. That
from
looks,
Denver.
I don't know. He looks better.
And
Yeah,
Lane 8,
Billy looks better
from Johnson
in a
City.
graphic.
Girls
You
300-meter
look
hurdles,
better in
Class
person
2A.
there, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you, Amador.
You look better in person. You know what matters to me? The voice. I don't want to have laryngitis. I don't want to have a squeaky thing going out. I gotta be able to say what I gotta say. That's number one to me. But the girls 300 meters again. I want to shout out to the Rivas family. I only because I see them, I follow them, see the passion they have for the sport, and it's great seeing them heading the state.
Yeah, pretty good performance there.
Absolutely. Well, as they set up for the 300 meters, I've learned to look around to see where I see hurdlers, and I don't. But we will have in the 300 meters hurdles 2A Shiner with Kaylee Kiefer, Callie Kiefer, and the well-known Palin Copeman from Yorktown. Lexi, give me that name again. It's not Brochet, Broshi,
Broshi.
Broshi from Burton. And in lane 4 will be the one to look at, and that's Zane Morrow from Bremond. I have said Bremond, probably 3 different ways. And lane 5 will be Brooklyn Gaswint from Granger. In lane 6, Callan Kleinert from Johnson City OBJ. And in lane 7, Haley Rollins from Danbury. Lane 8 will be Chloe Clark from Johnson City OBJ. And I'll probably repeat them when they come back. But within our district, we've got Palin Copeman, the sophomore, who I have really enjoyed watching, especially basketball. I tell you what, the Skidmore Tynan basketball games and the Yorktown basketball games this season both came down to the wire. Those are always fun to watch.
It was a fun season too.
It was fun.
I want to give a shout out to Reverend Jeffrey Dickerson, watching from Galveston, another alumni of Rafael High School.
Thank you, Reverend, for watching. Been to Galveston one time, and I wasn't warned about that T. And if you go straight, not that you end up in the water, but it hits a little. There's like an embankment, and you got to go left. And it was like, and then I saw the carnival on the water. That was a Ferris wheel, and you've been out there, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it has a name.
I think it's called Kima.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful place. Went to a conference there, and I enjoyed it. Well,
I see the hurdlers going across the field there.
they're coming, aren't they? Now, fill me in. We're going to start on the other end and then come. What are we? This is 300 meters.
300
They got
meter
to go three
hurdles.
fourths of the oval, right?
Right.
And they'll end up right here.
Correct.
While we're watching their hurdles or setting up for the hurdles, uh, great season, Elle Carriger, and also our freshman, and she's a sophomore, and our freshman, Gracie Franks, because we got the honor of having her grandpa from Redding, California, watch throughout her volleyball, throughout her uh, basketball, and then softball. She's one of those multi-talented or versatile type players, and we have a few of those. And I know the Refrigerator Lady Cats and Bobcats same way. You look at Ray Lewis, who was on the mound in baseball season, and then I watch him on the football field. The guy can do it all.
Oh yeah, he's a heck of an athlete.
It's just good to see that. And with it being 2A, we we don't have that luxury. It's pros and cons. You got to play every sport, you
Sure.
know.
Of the boys, 400-meter dash, class
Looks
4A.
like
Sixth
we're ready
place,
to go out there.
Oh, are we ready?
Let it go back to work.
Oh my goodness! Wow, I'm falling asleep here.
Kingsville.
Girls 300 meters,
Fourth place,
2A.
Williams.
Kaylee Kiefer. I introduced them, so we're good.
In third place,
But it is going to be Shiner, Yorktown, Burton, Bremen, Granger, Johnson City LBJ, Danbury, and Johnson City LBJ. Looking at lane 4 is Morrow from Bremen. She's coming in at 46.48 here in the 300-meter hurdles. To be followed by the girls 300-meter hurdles 4A.
with a time of 48.51. And your Region 4 4A champion from Beeville Jones, Brian Rivas Jr.
And there he is, Brian Rivas Jr. from Beeville AC Jones. Congratulations.
That starter's still putting blanks in the gun. There he goes.
There he is. Don't fall down with it. Climb up that little ladder. You never know what might happen. Be a Barney 5 situation. They only gave him one bullet, remember?
Oh yeah.
All right. Keep an eye on lane 4. Morrow. Zanaya Morrow. Copeman in lane 2 from Yorktown. And they're off. Got to go about three quarters of the way. It's a 300-meter hurdles. Let's see what we've got. We're yelling out, letting out for Lexi Broche. And this look like Lexi Broche. Find out who that is. And Bremen and Broche. Let's find out how it all ends up. It is Morrow, the favored, and Broche, Lexi Broche second, and Yorktown's Palin Copeman will come in third. Morrow, Broche, and Copeman here in the girls 300-meter hurdles, class 2A. That was a close one at the end there, Ryan,
I
between
think both of them knew they were going, so
Burton and Bremen.
brings up the 4A girls.
And we'll go a couple of classes up to 4A. And they're heading that direction
Class 4A.
as the 2A
Fredericksburg.
300-meter hurdles head over to get their medals. We'll set everybody up on the far end.
Gardner, Sweeney. Lane 4, Aubrey Avey, Comal.
And in lane 1, Lila Aldrich from Fredericksburg. Lane 2 is Kylie Monreal from Devine. In lane 3, Tristan Gardner from Sweeney. Lane 4 is Aubrey Avey from Comal Canyon Lake. In lane 5, Layla Mata from Port Isabel. Lane 6, Logan Wood from Rockport Fulton. And lane 7, Anali Gonzalez from Zapata. And in lane 8, Across all the way from her teammate in lane 1 is Allison Wyrick from Fredericksburg. We got a freshman in lane 3, Tristan Gardner from Sweeney.
300-meter hurdles,
And
class 2A. In sixth place, Chloe Clark, Johnson City. In fifth place, Brooklyn Gadsden.
and as we look at the girls 300-meter hurdles 2A medal recipients, they'll set up on the right side.
And just arriving on the podium.
And
in third place from Yorktown is Palin Koopman.
The hurdler to look for is in lane 4, Aubrey Avey, Comal Canyon Lake.
In second place from Burton, Lexi Roshi.
Roshi.
And your Region 4 2A champion from Bremont with a time of 46.19, Miss Zanaya Morrow.
There you have it. That was the Class 2A, while Class 4A in the girls 300-meter hurdles sets themselves up to hurdle and run 300 meters. Well, this day and yesterday represents Texas, Ryan. With how many weather changes did we have? If you want to wait around a little bit, there'll be a weather change, right?
This is Texas.
Whether it's temperature, I don't know. We might have had a differential of what degrees from yesterday to today,
About 15 degrees.
and then wet and dry and then humid, a little of everything. But it hasn't been too humid. Didn't sweat too much yesterday, Ryan,
No, sir.
or today. Here we go. We're going to look at lane 4 from Comal Canyon Lake, Aubrey Avey. The 300-meter hurdles. This is Class 4A. And it does look like lane 4, Aubrey Avey from Comal Canyon Lake. And it'll be, it's going to be close at the end. And in lane 2 is Gardner from Sweeney. And it should be, let the board iron it out. It is Avey, 44.75. And Gardner coming in about 0.31 behind her, followed by Logan Wood and Layla Mata. And that is the girls 300-meter hurdles, Class 4A.
Folks here at the press box, you can hear them through the glass screaming.
Screaming in there, aren't they? Yeah, it's always fun, and I know you can attest to it when you're in a press box with coaches or they're next to you. You get all kinds of
foul language.
Foul language. Let's call it what it is. Absolutely. It happens a little too often. Even when they're not coaches, people aren't realizing you're broadcasting, you're streaming, and you got to hold your emotions back sometimes. You can make them positive though, but same time, when you see a fumble, what are you going to do? Oh goodness, a fumble.
We're not broadcasting golf.
I don't know how you would do golf. Let me see how you do golf here with this one.
It's an etiquette thing.
Yeah. Well, the boys 300-meter hurdles, we don't have to adjust any hurdles. Oh, the height we do, right? I think on the height.
The height, yes.
All right. I heard the name Dean Carragher. He's going to state in pole vault. Came out number 1 in Region 4. The gold medal. And here in lane 1 for the 300-meter hurdles 2A, Logan Tosta for Burton. In lane 2, Martin Bain for Shiner. Lane 3, Caleb Castillo, Agua Dulce. In lane 4, Brock Bishwale. Lane 5, Colton Winslow Mason. Lane 6, Caden Patterson Burton. And lane 7, Coda Bishwale. And in lane 8, Dean Carragher, Skidmore Tynan. Again, Dean Carragher already heading to state in pole vault.
Sweeney, Tristan Gardner.
And the lane to look at is the 300-meter hurdles 4A girls getting their accolades.
With a time of 44.75. From Comal Canyon Lake, Aubrey Avey.
Avey. You know, it's hard. It's hard for some of them to have to go all the way to 1. Wouldn't you go from 3 to 1? They're climbing it the long way. Maybe the third place winner doesn't give them any room. But here we go with the boys 300-meter hurdles 2A. And the time to look at is 39.44. And there are a couple under 40 seconds, Ryan. That would be Brock Birschwale and Caleb Castillo from Agua Dulce. And also within the district, Dean Carragher in lane 8 from Skidmore Tynan. Here we go. Boys 300-meter hurdles, class 2A. And here they go. We got a
Lane 6 with an early lead.
Yep.
Now with a bigger lead.